everybody, it's Dr. Joe, and it's product review time again. The folks at Beaver LAX sent me their massage ball plate, so let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So it's a pretty interesting story how the massage ball plate came around. There's a family who invented this, and the mom ended up getting cancer, and while she was working on getting better, the oldest son and the dad decided to develop some things to be able to sell to help make some money. And both of the sons play lacrosse and use lacrosse balls for trigger point release. And so the oldest son developed this massage ball plate to help kind of keep the balls in certain spots. So when you're using those trigger points, the balls don't roll away, they stay in place. And what I really like about the plate itself is you can see here, it's foam, so it squishes. So a lot of times when people have those trigger points, it's really painful if you've had a trigger point. The plate not only helps keep the ball in place, but a lot of times I feel like it helps give you some pressure, but not the full 100% pressure. So if you're really sore, you'd want to start out with the plate to get some pressure in those pressure points. And then if you wanted full pressure, then you can easily take these out and do those as well. What's really nice also with the massage ball plate, it comes with some little instructions here that show you some trigger points and show you a couple ways to use it. And there's also an eGuide that they send you that goes into a lot more detail of how to do it with the massage ball plate and without the massage ball plate. So I really like it because it's easy to take these in and out. You can put them in different places if you want to, moving it around. The beaver design is really cute. I like that. And when you move it in different places, you can just put it lightly in there. You don't have to force it in there because once you lay on it, then it'll go in there a little bit further. So that's really nice as well. And if you just wanted more balls in there, you could get some more lacrosse balls and put them in there. So that's really nice. And I like it how the plate is designed. You can see how there's space here. So if you are lying on it to do stuff on your back or your neck, you have this space here so it's on each side. So it's not pushing directly on the spine, it's pushing on those muscles on each side of the spine where usually those trigger points are, because if you do it directly on the spine, it's going to be very uncomfortable. So again, this is a nice way where it stays in place so then it doesn't end up rolling on those bony parts, which are very uncomfortable. And I like that as well. But you can also do this on your calf muscles, on your thigh muscles. You can do it on your pecs, your chest muscles here. And so there's a lot of different ways you can use it. You can do it on your glutes as well. It's very versatile. So basically you can use it anywhere. And again, you can leave it in the plate, have it stabilized, not moving around, a little bit maybe less pressure, or you can take them out and then have that direct pressure on there and push down as hard as you want to. So I really like that component as well. So let me show you a couple different ways to use it with the plate and then some without the plate as well, just with the lacrosse balls. So the first one I'm going to show you is for the calves, so a calf trigger point release. And a lot of times if you're doing a lot of exercising, running, even walking, you get a lot of tenderness, trigger points in the calf muscle. So I like to have it where it's lined up one in front of the other so it can get the whole calf area, and just kind of laying your leg on it just like this. And so you can see that it's getting pressure on those spots. You can either just relax the muscle and push down, and I can feel a really nice pressure on the calves there. Or you can actually come up a little bit and put more body weight on it. So that gets even more in there. And if you want to wiggle it side to side, up and back and forth a little bit, that kind of gets those muscles even more just moving around. But you can see what's great about it is then the balls aren't rolling away or moving. You don't have to go and grab them. But if you do want a specific spot just a little bit more, you can just easily take it out and then find that spot and then to put it directly on there. So you can see it's just getting a little bit more pressure in that spot. You can move it around a little bit more like that, and then you can still then come up and put some pressure on it as well, just like that. So that's nice, and that really gets those spots, that gets that trigger point. And you want to usually do it for 30 seconds to a minute just to make sure that you're really getting that spot. And most of the time with those trigger points, you'll feel it release. So you might need a little bit more, you might not need quite that much, depending on how strong and severe that trigger point is. So then you can go into the glute muscles. A lot of times people have some pain in the glute muscle, the piriformis area right there. So same thing, you can kind of put the balls wherever you feel like it's going to get the areas or the spot that you need. So if it's a bigger area where maybe the whole muscle is sore, you can put it wider out in these here. I'm going to do a little bit closer just because that glute spot where the piriformis is usually isn't a very long spot. And then again, just kind of sitting on it, getting that pressure. You don't necessarily have to move around. I can feel it right there. If you want to move around just a little bit, you can, and it gets some nice pressure in there. And you can just, hold it there, and then just right there, I can feel my muscle letting go and relaxing. So it doesn't take a whole lot unless you have a really big, strong, significant trigger point. And then again, if you do, you can take that out and then just kind of sit on it. But that is a lot of pressure. So that's probably not something you want to start off with. You would want to start off with the plate first. Make sure that the massage ball plate is on a flat surface, especially when you're lying down. A nice firm surface will help get that extra pressure in there that you need. So make sure that it's not uneven or that it's on a really soft thing. Probably something like a bed won't be quite as beneficial. So lying down for the low back, since the low back has a little bit more space there, I'm going to put it down where it's a little wider right here. And then just turning around, I'm going to kind of get it on that spot in that low back area and just, first of all, I'm just going to lean on it like this. Again, if you have those trigger points, they're probably going to be pretty tender. So you don't have to put 100% of your pressure on it. I can feel them on those muscles right now. Even though I don't have trigger points there, it feels really good. It's that kind of hurt so good feeling. And then if you want more pressure on there, you can just go ahead and lie all the way down on it. Get a pillow if you need it to protect your neck so you don't have to strain that. But I feel like almost if I'm up on my elbows for my low back, it's getting a little bit more pressure on there than lying all the way back. And again, if you want a lot of pressure, you can take out the lacrosse balls and just use those specifically. Also with lying down, if you want to kind of go into the upper traps here, the neck area, then I'm going to go back into the smaller area here, and I'm actually just going to turn it around like this, and so that's going to get right between the neck area on those upper traps, the levator muscles, and everything like that. So I have a ponytail, so it's not hitting quite as much. I would probably take my ponytail out, but as you can see right here, that's going to hit those spots, and just like that, I can feel that pressure on there. And a lot of people have those trigger points, the upper trap, that levator scapulae muscle, because that's the one that we pull up when we're stressed out. So again, once you find the spot, and there it is, it doesn't take a lot of pressure. I don't have to put my neck all the way down. I can feel it right there. And if you want to kind of move your arms out a little bit and push those down, that will help get it as well. And so again, starting off, you probably want it to be in the plate. It stays put. It's not quite as much intense pressure. But if you want a little bit more pressure, just take the lacrosse ball out and then do it that way. So if I was doing it directly, I'd probably just do one ball at a time, because again, since it's not in the plate, it's a little bit harder to keep it in one spot. But you can do just one, put it right on that spot, and then just kind of push down on it that way. And so that's a very, very intense trigger point spot. So again, you might not want to start off with that much. Start off with the plate, because it's a little more comfortable and it's going to hold it in that spot, so you can just relax down on it and let those muscles relax. You can also use this in a chair. So if you're at work, if you're working on your computer, doing classwork or something like that, you can put it on the back of the chair and still have those trigger points. There are hole openings here and here. So if you wanted it on a specific spot on your chair, you could just put a string or a little rope and then tie it in that specific spot so it would stay there. So it's a really nice piece of equipment to be able to use it in many different ways. And you can, again, use it with the plate to start off with, and then if you want more intense later, you can take those out and get really, really specific spots and pressure on there. So there you have it. That is the massage ball plate by Beaver LAX. If you're interested in finding out more about the product, you can go to beaverlax.com. And if you're interested in purchasing the product, you can click up here. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking down here. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.